Alrighty, guys, as y'all can see by the title, I'm going to be showing y'all the trade setups I took this week to make $3,920 in my Take Profit Funded account. Now, this is a 50K account, and I had it at maybe $80 above the buffer zone at the beginning of the week, and I've traded it all the way up to have about $2,000 of withdrawable money, so I made the $2,000 buffer, and then it's just over almost $2,100 of withdrawable money. And I'm going to take y'all through the last 3 trades I took this week. My other 2 trades are posted already on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to take y'all through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. And yes, I traded on Friday, even though it's non-farm payroll, but I'll show you exactly why I will never trade a non-farm payroll day again. Now, starting off on Wednesday, it was extremely basic setup. We had our first presented fair value gap, and we see price ran away from it, obviously. New week opening gap didn't really mean anything this week, and honestly, all of this is just out into the abyss. There's a bunch of old new day opening gaps, a couple newer new day opening gaps we were looking at, but honestly, this price was just down in the abyss. So if it didn't come back up anywhere around here, I would not have taken a trade at all on Wednesday. But luckily, we see price come down, make a huge bearish fair value gap. We get a nice big wick, some closure out of it. And I knew I just knew it was going to reverse, because after price dropped off a cliff like this, I knew there was a good chance it was going to return to the first presented fair value gap. We also had these relatively equal highs way up here, and sorry my charts are a little cluttered. I'll try to have them a little bit cleaner for next week. But we have this Asia high, we have relatively equal highs, a lot of new day opening gap, new week opening gap, a lot of fresh stuff up there, a lot of big draws, but I'm extremely in and out. I knew it would take a miracle to get to those relatively equal highs in a timely manner. So I took my position. Once I saw it got real light up here, I knew it was going to close the next candle out. I actually did not get in on this candle though. I got in on this bearish candle. Luckily it retraced. I got a much better entry than I thought I was going to get, and my draw on liquidity was really the first presented fair value gap, but I decided to just take profit early. We got over $1,000 on this trade, $1,090 to be exact, 54.75 handles, and I mean, this just a very simple trade. Really took profit off of this new week opening gap basically, but I had a good feeling it would have went to the first presented fair value gap. I just do not like to risk it. That 1,090 was the biggest trade I've taken on this account. I wanted to take that profit, get above that buffer so I can get ready to take a payout. Now for Thursday, May 1st, once again, first presented fair value gap, sticking to it. It's been working. We're 5 for 5 this week. Little consolidation, first presented fair value gap. We see price tap into it, but it's just wicks doing damage. Comes down here. Strong candle into it, strong candle out of it. We get a nice entry. If a candle's like that really goes past the consequent encroachment and then starts another one, I mean, you just got to get in there. You know it's going to inverse. Obviously, you could wait for it to close right there and you would have been fine, but we got a little bit better of a fill. Initially, I was really targeting this buy side right here at the 19,992. But I saw a tweet come out from ICT saying that 19,977.75 was buy side. So I took that advice, and I closed my position right under that. I think it went up, hit it, pulled back. So I closed my position right around there. And then it went up and hit my buy side. That was 37.25 handles. If it would have hit my buy side, it would have been 53 handles. No big deal. I'm not sweating it. But right after it hit my buy side, it really fell off the table. I would have gotten stopped out if I was targeting these relatively equal highs. But yeah, first presented fair value gap pays us again. Nice trade. How much did we make on this trade? On this trade, we made $740. If we would have held it to that buy side, it would have been over $1,000. But we set our stop loss right below the third candle, or the first candle of the fair value gap, and took ICT's buy side recommendation, and it was perfectly fine. Alrighty, and lastly, we have Friday, May 2nd, and now I see why everybody says do not trade non-farm payroll days. This is, I think, my second time being through a non-farm payroll while live trading. I don't know if I traded the first one or if I took everybody's advice and sat out, but for some reason I decided to trade today, and it paid us. We made $520 on this trade, but this was not a good idea, and I will never be trading another non-farm payroll ever again. I don't know enough about pre-market. I mean, look at this. This one candle, what is that, 19, almost 100 handles on just one candle. But starting out, I should have known to not trade this price action as soon as this was the first presented fair value gap, because usually the first presented fair value gap is a pretty strong candle. And this is obviously not a strong candle at all. We have just a constant price wicking up, trying to rebalance itself. That was the first presented fair value gap essentially, but I did not want to treat it as such. And then this was the next presented fair value gap. I didn't really care for it because, if I'm being honest, my bias was initially bearish because we had these highs and this big gap, this big pre-market gap from the non-farm payroll news. And essentially, that was the only time price went down on my trade today. I mean, it ran up the entire day except for this move that I caught. So I'm extremely lucky. Basically, I liked this fair value gap for whatever reason, and let price come out of it. Strong candle, busting through it. Shorted it. Price ran down a little bit, a couple $100 in profit. Retraced back up, and I got terrified right here as this bullish wick was coming across the consequent encroachment. I moved my stop down to, not even kidding, essentially like a tick above where this candle came to, right up here. And then I was debating closing my position, and it launched straight down, and I closed because I saw $500, and I was like, I'm taking that on a non-farm payroll day. So I closed my position. It ran even more. I mean, that would have been, it almost touched where I was saying my bias was for the draw, but it did not get there. If it would have touched that, I would have been really mad. But could have been 46 and a half candles if I held, or 46 or whatever, but it's all right. We still got like 20 something for plus $520 on the day on a non-farm payroll day. Really should not have been in the market. Mark my words, this is the last time I ever trade a non-farm payroll day. Because, I mean, look at this price action. It's like making the McDonald's logo. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Like I said, this is on a take profit funded account. It's a $50K account. I'm risking one contract per trade. I've only had about 8 days traded on this account, and my profit is just under that $4,000 mark, with $2,000 of that being the buffer that you had to make. My first 2 days trading the account, I was minus $415 in drawdown. And then after that, I've had 6 profitable trades, with 5 of them coming in this week. And we're up a total of just under $4,000, $3,920, $2,000 of that being buffer. The rest all withdrawable. I took a small payout today just because I wanted to see how fast it was. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm waiting on it. And yeah, I'm going to keep a little bit of a buffer in here and just slowly pay myself. Hopefully next week, the first presented fair value gaps will keep giving us good direction. We'll keep having good bias on every day, and we'll keep it rolling. Sorry I had to condense 3 days of trade recaps into one. I don't really like doing it this way, but I've had school this week. I'm about to graduate, so I've had some finals and some final projects due. And also, I don't really like recording when my roommates are home. So if it seems like I'm talking fast, it's because I don't like my roommates to hear me talk because I have to talk loud. But yeah, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did miss my trade recaps for every day as soon as I make the trade, I journal every trade right here. At Gilly_trades, at Gilly_trades. And yeah, I post these about 30 minutes after I trade, sometimes right after I trade. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a good weekend, and let's get some good trades in next week. I'm excited.